Jones Show, an inside look at Oklahoma State University Cowboy football. Brought to you by Johnson's of Kingfisher and Chickasha, your Dodge, Chrysler, Plymouth dealers. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Pat Jones Show. I'm Robbie Robertson, along with Oklahoma State head football coach Pat Jones. The Cowboys completed the home portion of their schedule this past Saturday by playing host to Kansas. A last-second field goal by Kerry Blanchard hit the goalpost and bounced the wrong way, and Kansas beat Oklahoma State 31-30. And Pat, this was a strange game in a lot of different ways. What are your thoughts about the game?
Robbie, it really was. I thought going in that it was teams that were very evenly matched. Not a great difference, really, in the talent level or anything else. We didn't turn the ball over. Now, this is an interesting statistic. Usually if you can, and we talked about this last week, if you can go through the course of a ball game, not turn it over, probably going to win. I never really did feel like that we got any kind of rhythm. You'd make a good run and somebody would jump offside. You'd have a good defensive series and they'd make a real good catch. And the way it ended up, I think, was pretty much indicative of the way the whole ball game went. You got the all-time leading kick scorer in the history of the Big Eight that's kicking one downwind, and he hits the ball pretty good and hits the upright and ricochets, like you say, the wrong way for Oklahoma State. But now I think it was a very interesting ball game if you could just sit up in the stands and watch it.
Right, it sure was that. And it started out warm and sunny, but it ended up cold and rainy at game's end. We'll have first quarter highlights, Oklahoma State against Kansas, when the Pat Jones Show continues. It was sunny and 74 when the game started. That wouldn't last long. Oklahoma State won the toss. Pat, you deferred to the second half. Had you anticipated a change in the weather?
Well, really did, Robbie. Like everybody else, we were trying to pay attention to knew a front was coming through, or thought we knew a front was coming through at some point. And we had an extra set of shoes out there, which we did. Most of the guys started changing once it got cold and started raining a little bit. We did win the toss and deferred to the second half because the wind was a factor. And again, it was swirling around and changing directions, which it normally will in this stadium. Kansas gets the ball and takes it and moves it pretty consistently. You can see that we're trying to mix things up and blitz a little bit and play some straight defense and move guys around. And again, I thought really going in that Kansas would come out and try to assault us and mix in a little bit of passing game. And again, we're trying to show some blitz look and stuff like that, and good play. Fleshman wrap up a little bit here. They take the ball down and just hammer away on us. Again, we make some plays. There's Roland Scott, 88. We played him a little bit more this week. Hold on, Jay Fleshman, Ainsley, those guys there. But we tried to do a little bit of everything defensively. Some of it worked and most of it, quite honestly, didn't. I thought that ball hit the ground. The guy caught it and came in. Okay, now they try to run something and don't make anything. But actually, when I watched the film, Robbie, which I have before we had made this show, we did some decent things here. Really, we played a little bit harder than I thought we might have. There's a blitz that did hit them. We're going to see a replay of that. But, boy, I think and we'll see in the second half, there's some big plays that I think really took the momentum, or anytime we could get any kind of momentum or rhythm, something would happen that, again, kind of seemed like it took it the other way. Okay, threw that one in there. There was some contact, but it wasn't called. We did start Scott Harmon at free safety, the true freshman from Hominy, who I think is going to be a pretty good player. And then alternated he and Charles Vernon. So we've seen Kansas go down the field. This freshman here, they got the kickers a pretty good one. He's got an extremely strong leg. Went ahead and kicked it through, and Kansas 3, Oklahoma State nothing.
Oklahoma State receives the kickoff here, and this wind, Kansas kicking with the wind here and putting things in the end zone. Mike Clark downs it. Oklahoma State will start at their own 20.
Well, you can see here, we turn around and trying not to be very complicated. I thought we'll talk about Gerald throughout the course of the show, and I thought he really competed hard and really played well. And if you watch kind of throughout the show, watch the interior of Kansas' defensive front, you can see a lot of stunting, a lot of twisting. See, there it goes right there, a lot of guys crossing, that sort of stuff. Kenny, we tried to go downtown, and again, Curtis is still not completely healthy, and we overthrew him a little bit. Blanchard came in and punted the ball. They've got it now right across our side of midfield, so with the combination of them moving it, now they've got great field position. Nothing's really making us feel unusually good in here. They run the sweep, miss a tackle right here. Come on, stay with him, fellas. Tony Sands has played well at times against us in the past, the Kansas tailback, and he ends up getting hurt. There's no gain right there. Good job, Calhoun. Getting hurt and they take him out of the ball game, but he has had his moments against us at times in the past. Try to run a little trap, not a whole lot here. Okay, now Hillary, the Kansas quarterback, goes back to throw. Gosh, Gilden had some pressure on him. You can see when Rich Ainsley got pinned inside there by one of them, and they made a catch on 3rd and long, make a nice little catch and run, and now they're down inside our 20, overthrows that against a blitz. But again, Kansas, really other than one time here, did not turn the ball over. And again, Robbie, I was a little bit surprised, not completely, but a little bit. I think we got around the ball down in here a little bit better than maybe I had thought immediately following the ball game. Here's a little draw trap that they're running. Okay, there's Jason Gilden, there's Calhoun. Good play. They could bring their field goal unit in and kick it through. And now Kansas is, this was a pretty, defensively, I think we held on pretty good other than that one play for them taking the ball over on our 45-yard line. Kansas ahead 6-0. You can see now the wind has turned around a little bit because they're kicking it through the end zone going that way. Okay, runs Cecil on just a straight give and not much there, but we knew that Kansas would do some things again to try to give us some bad plays. Here's Ford on a sprint keeper. I really honestly don't know, Robbie, when he got his shoulder banged up.
It was in the second series, he said, so okay, it may be right in here.
Yes, sure. It might have been right in there again, trying to throw the ball and get sacked, and Blanchard's coming in to punt it again. I mean, we were really lucky with the field position that we ended up with, the field position that Kansas had, that we didn't get behind any more than what we did. But here again, Kansas got the ball right near midfield. Sands on a straight handoff. Nothing going there. There's Michael Woolridge, Chris Calhoun. Okay, here we go. They're hammering away, try to bounce it outside. Not a whole lot here. Got people around. And defensively, probably played a little bit better than I at first had thought. Okay, here's a replay. Okay, there's Woolridge. Hang in there. It bounces outside. Roland Scott, Fleshman, Garman, Satterwhite, and we got guys trying to swarm around the football. Kansas comes back and runs some play action here. Steps up, and they got in behind, right in between the two deep zone. The corner couldn't get back quite quick enough. The safety couldn't get over enough. Now they throw this out here, and he almost jukes somebody, and we knock him out of bounds. But they're doing a pretty good job now mixing things. Again, nothing right here, but I think they did pick up a first down. Hard to really tell what advantage the wind was for anybody here. Okay, Hillary goes back, and we had a blitz on, get him trapped. Okay, we didn't just line up and try to play straight defense throughout the course of the afternoon. We did just attempted quite a bit of everything.
6-0 Kansas at the end of one. We'll have the second quarter right after this. We start the second quarter with Kansas driving. They have the ball at the Oklahoma State 32-yard line. It is 2nd down and 16 yards to go.
Well, Josh Arrett, one of our offensive linemen, Robbie, had his back was bothering him. And doggone, we didn't even play. He took him out after the first series, and Mike Butler came back in there and play. Okay, here's Hillary going back to throw and tries to get deep, and we've got him covered, and he overthrows it. Now they bring their field goal unit in again and attempt it, and he hits it.
He misses
this one. Yeah, he misses this one. That's exactly right. Okay, so now we've done some decent things defensively. Again, we've bent, but we really hadn't broken. We hadn't given up big plays. And, okay, we can see, okay, tell who's in at tackle now. Okay, here's Ford. I thought this might have been it right here. Again, hard to tell when he did get his shoulder hurt. Okay, Ford's back in, try to run a little screen, and we couldn't get the lineman out fast enough. Brad McComb, we were playing Brad at what we call the H-back, or that other back in the one-back style of sets, because Brent Parker had the bad shoulder. Kenny keeps on quarterback draw. We got most of the second line in now. Kansas stops us. Blanchard and the punt team come back in. He hits this one pretty good.
64 yards with the bounce.
Yep. Gosh, I thought that might jump out at the 1, but again, we've got Kansas now on their 20-yard line. They turn around and run a sweep. We hit them for no gain. I don't remember whether we'd seen it. I know Hudson had broken a run there early on, Robbie, and we had a motion penalty and stuff like this. Enough of that stuff went on. They greased that ball in there pretty nicely. Clark hit him pretty good, and Fleshman hit him pretty good, and he held on to it. Okay, coming back. Some of this stuff that you see him throwing now is in anticipation of a blitz look. We would walk up and show the blitz and then walk back out of it. Okay, Scott Harmon made a nice play, and the corner got himself blown up, and Kansas back down there. Okay, play action on their part. Overthrows this, but Hillary's a good-looking young quarterback. We thought this going in. He's a pretty good blend of run pass. You can see we had faked a blitz there, and he comes back and dumps it off. They don't end up making much. There's Michael Woolridge right here, but this guy's a pretty good-looking young player, I think. Okay, now you can see this. He made a nice throw again, trying to get the guy to stop in a void, and you can see that we're firing corners and stuff like that, and they did a good job. I got to give them credit of picking up this stuff. Okay, here's the draw trap again. Not much at all. Good play, Gilden. Good play, Garmin. Now they're out around midfield. Comes back, play action here. We've got people covered. He tries to run it, and nothing happening. Okay, Garmin. So, okay, there he goes back here. Hillary sets, so we've got the guy covered. You can see there's Fleshman's got him to tight end covered. The guy wanted to throw it to it. They don't have anything. Okay, here they go. Okay, we had the other defensive back, or fifth defensive back in the ball game. And they turned around and crossed us up a little bit and ran a sweep, and we weren't quite lined up right. And guy took a poor angle, and they ran a sweep and made a first down. Okay, there's Roland Scott batting the ball down. Again, we played Roland a little bit more at the one-end position in connection with George Bratt. Good job of getting your hands down, staying up. Good effort, and Roland's got enough athletic ability to make a few plays. And I was pretty proud of what he did in his last performance at Lewis Field. Okay, there's the blitz by Fleshman. We had man-to-man coverage on us. Come on, stay with him, man. All right, Mike Clark. Jay got turned loose, and again, we didn't have tight enough coverage on him. They made the first. Okay, he almost weaseled out of that. So they got the ball now again down on our end of the field, threatening. Turn around and run the sweep. Okay, not much here. Good play, Garmin. Good play.
Michael Woolridge showed up quite a little bit.
Yeah, I think Woolridge probably played about as good as he can play. I mean, he does not have great speed, but he's a pretty steady guy. You can see him right there takes the Kansas fullback on, and that guy's got some strength himself, and pretty good collision. Okay, you can see we've got a blitz going here. They run a sweep, but nothing here. There's Woolridge again. So I really do. I think that Woolridge, probably aside from statistically showing up, played a pretty good ball game. Maybe his best ball game since he's been here. Good job. There's Ainsley around the ball. There's Woolridge, 47. Nice, sure tackle.
Fourth down now. So Eichloff comes in again.
Now they come in and kick the field goal, and it's Kansas 9, Oklahoma State nothing, and they've held on the ball. We've had a couple possessions, hadn't done anything with it. And again, they've threatened, and statistically, we're lucky we weren't behind more in this. Okay, they tried a deep squib. Fleshman caught it and got a nice little return. We're up around midfield, and let's see, we've got Earl Wheeler in the ball game at quarterback now. Okay, here's Gerald Hudson that jumps to the outside. And I think the people who saw the ball game or who watch this stuff, I think see that Gerald is running more consistently with more authority. Here's Earl, ran around, dumps the ball off Cecil Wilson. If Cecil could have got the ball a little bit quicker, might have had a chance to make a guy miss. Okay, here's Wheeler coming back. Play action, they turn loose Robert Kirksey on the post route. Nice throw, nice catch, and Robert runs down to the 1 yard line. Again, this was a nice throw. Apparently now we're going with the wind. I mean, it's not that much of an effect, but again, I thought Earl did a pretty good job of coming back, play action. Robert comes over, he does a nice job just laying the ball out. Okay, Kirksey got it caught, and good strong run to get down to the 1 yard line. So we turn around, pitch it on the sweep, and Vernon Brown does a nice job of blocking. Cecil Wilson does a nice job of blocking. Okay, we go down in there and score. So again, without having done a heck of a lot, we've gotten ourselves back in the ball game. Good job of people knocking folks off the ball, and Gerald's in the end zone standing up. Blanchard comes in, kicks the extra point. Okay, now it's 9-7, Kansas. We're making some resemblance of a little bit of a comeback here in the first half. Okay, Carey comes in, kicks the ball. I thought it kicked up under just a little bit. They field the ball to goal line. Our coverage units did a good job. There's Fugit, little number 31. You can see people zinging around. There's Scott Harmon. And I was really proud of our kick coverage team. Okay, they try to run an option. Stacy Satterwhite hits the ball. George Bright recovers. Repeat coming up. Had a little bit of running room on it. Okay, there you go right there. So he ducks back up underneath the tackle on the linebacker. Here comes Satterwhite. That's a way to slam that ball out of there. George Bright, let's get down on it and let's go.
Take another look here at Stacy Satterwhite. Boom, knocks the ball loose.
Yeah, Satterwhite, again, is a great effort player. I mean, he's going to play as hard as he can every time the ball snaps. Okay, pitch sweep to Gerald, and good run right here. We ran a bunch of sweeps, obviously, to try to circle all this stuff that they were doing in the interior. You can see they got the nose guard kind of cocked a funny way. We thought we did. There's Scott Copeland, the head, their outside linebacker, defensive end, pinned to the inside, and we felt like we could do that with some consistency. That's Copeland, 38 up at the top. He's going to get this guy again walled off to the inside, number 90 there. Gerald hits a crack, and he's running the secondary. Gerald is really running strong, and I think really fighting and scratching for the yards again. No turnovers. I didn't think he ever really came close to fumbling, and really ran hard. Really ran hard.
It's 3rd and goal now from the Kansas.
Well, we had a little play action pass called, and see, we did reinsert forward back in here for the goal line short yardage stuff. Okay, now Kenny's in. Here's a sprint keeper. Good job. Good block, Hudson. Good job, Kenny Ford, of getting in the end zone. Kenny was hurting at this point, but felt like that he still could go play. He wanted to go play, and as the things wore on, the shoulder got a little bit more sore. He couldn't hardly lift up over his head because, again, that's a called keep there. Robbie, we're like everybody else in any level. You've got a little chart. I'm not good with math at all, but there's a little chart that is universal that says if you're ahead by so-and-so or you're behind by so-and-so, go for 2. Now, you can discuss it, and again, that's not something that we're the only ones that use it. Virtually everywhere I've ever been, any football team has got that chart that you always want to keep people abreast of. And again, I'm the only one with the authority to say go for 1 or go for 2, but you know, and it's sudden change stuff like this, so that's why we went ahead and tried to go for 2. Did not make it. Now at the half, Oklahoma State leads, fortunately, 13-9.
We'll be back right after this. We're at halftime. Oklahoma State out in front of Kansas, 13-9. We mentioned at the top of the show that this was kind of a strange game in several different areas, and one in the first half, Pat, you didn't have the ball very much, but yet you're leading at halftime.
We're ahead 13-9, right? I mean, I don't think we'd run but 18 plays or something like this. And Kansas obviously had an overwhelming time of possession. They had made plenty of first downs, and we had been fortunate enough to hold them to field goals. We hit the long pass to Robert Kirksey. Kansas fumbles the first play. We were able to take advantage of that. So we've got the lead at halftime. Again, it was funny, you know, kind of a funny situation in there, and we were upset at ourselves a little bit for letting them hold the ball. We were upset at ourselves for really not making a lot happen offensively. On the same hand, you've got a lead, so we kind of went about our business and tried to be as fired up and as revved up and up tempo as we possibly could, because like you said, it was an unusual first half.
All right, but Oklahoma State is out in front by a score of 13-9. When the Pat Jones Show continues, we'll have third quarter highlights. You stay with us. It was determined at halftime quarterback Kenny Ford had a bruised shoulder. It would be very difficult for him to throw the football, so Earl Wheeler will run the ball club to start the second half, and you had the option, so you want to go on offense.
We're going to take the ball, and I thought really coming out that we might have a little bit of momentum. If we could knock out a first down or two, maybe we could kind of get some stuff going. We never really could establish anything with the fullback. You see, we tried to run him here. Now we come back out and drop the slant. Mayfield should have caught that ball. Earl made a nice throw, but again, this was indicative of the way the whole thing went. You got one open, you make a good throw, and it's not caught. Now you make, and all that kind of stuff. So then we threw and hit McComb, and Blanchard's in, punt the ball, and Kansas is obviously going to get good field position. Hits right there around midfield, and we kill it. So now they've got it on our side of midfield, and they've got everything going their way here. All right, here's just straight handoff. Got blasted around pretty good. Nothing there. Again, so defensively, I can't say we just lined up and just let them run and score every play. Okay, Joe King, they threw over there. People tend to pick on that one side over there. Okay, here's a blitz.
It's a third down play. This is a big play.
Yeah, this is a big play here. Again, good play, Woolridge. Somebody bounces it outside, and he just simply scraped. Okay, here we see it here. Hillary just turns around and pitches the ball, and nowhere to go. Roland Scott's in there. Somebody there. Okay, there's Woolridge right here. So now Kansas is thrown back across their side of midfield. Yeah, this was a big play, I think, in a pretty timely one when it did occur, because they're working on our side of the field. If they get a first down, you got more problems. Kansas comes in here and
forced them to punt.
They kick it down here, and Okay, it's going to go in 20. I really thought Kansas was going to fake a punt during the course of the afternoon. They never did.
They've done that before.
Yeah, they've done it 3 times, I think, this season. Never did. Okay, here's Hudson. Bang, gets hit right in the head. Again, if people that study the game, if you watch the interior of Kansas defense, you'll see a lot of movement. This is a great effort. Watch this stuff here by Gerald Hudson. This is why I say, Robbie, that I think he has made strides, again, competitively, as far in consistency-wise. Okay, this is real good here. He's runs through a arm tackle there, and again, people taking shots at him. He's keeping his balance and really doing a nice job. We're really, really proud again of Gerald Hudson. Okay, Earl threw that ball a little bit high, but it could have been caught. That ball should have been caught, in my opinion. They took off a little bit on Earl. Okay, we turn a guy loose in the middle. Earl takes a sack. So here, about the time we've made a nice little run, now we take a sack and lose yardage. Earl comes back. Okay, fires this one, and to the credit of Kansas free safety, number 14, he drilled Kirksey, couldn't hold on to it. Okay, Blanchard comes in and kicks. They actually had a couple of running into the kickers, Robbie. I can't remember what it was. Some 5-yard stuff. It was not automatic first down. I did think they were good calls. And I think it may carry a little bit gun shy. Come on, George Bratt. George almost had a sack there. That ball hit the ground, but okay, here we go. We got some people around him. All right, stay with him, man. Okay, tries. Oh yeah, this is a real big play. I don't know whether we got a replay of it. Probably not. Yeah, Mike Clark has got the receiver covered. I thought the ball was going to be intercepted, and the guy goes up and takes it away from us, and now they run down to the 2-yard line, and I thought we might have a chance to really stop him here, to run a sweep, don't get anything. Try to run an option out of here with the full house. Joe King makes a nice play, and we've got the pitch covered up, and now it's 3rd down from down in there, and they're going to run some motion. You can see run a little bootleg here. We had just what you had, a corner blitz on, and Joe couldn't get to him quite quick enough, and Hillary does a nice job of lofting it out there, and they go ahead, and now Kansas has retaken lead 16-13. But I thought that one catch on 2nd and 10, Robbie, was really, really a big play in the game. We'd made a couple of decent plays defensively. Now on a ball that could have been intercepted, they outfight us for it, and they get it, go down there and score. Okay, here's Gerald bouncing to the outside again.
Pickup of 9 on a 1st down play.
Well, you can see how he's really. I thought now he did get in rhythm. I really thought he did. Good job, Gerald Hudson. Good job throughout the course of the afternoon. See, this was 2nd and 1, and we mishandled the snap. This was a big one here. Well, again, we've made a 1st down. We made a nice little run. Okay, we turn back around now on the 3rd down play and jump again, Robbie. We had jumped off sides that we didn't see here in the replay, and that forces us into 3rd and long. We had to throw it incomplete. Blanchard comes in and punts the ball over there, and I think I can't remember whether this might have been.
This was one of those running into the kicker,
okay.
But we punted again, and Kansas takes over on their own 39.
Okay, yeah, Kansas got the ball with decent. This is a great play right here. I could see it. I thought the KU youngster kind of gave up on the ball.
I think you're right.
They're trying to go deep, but we had pretty good pressure here, and he fired it out, and the kid, I guess Kansas youngster, thought it was going to be overthrown. Mike made a real nice play to stay in bounds. Now here again, looks like we might have a little something going. Okay, good job, Gerald Hudson. That's a way to stay in and run. You can tell, even those of us who have watched him over the years know how much acceleration he can have. Good job, Cecil. Good job, Scott Copeland. That's a way to stay in bounds. I wasn't sure. He might not cut back on that guy and have a chance to score, but okay, there you go. Turn around and run the sweep. Okay, could not sustain a block on a corner, and the pursuit caught him from inside out. Not much here, but okay, you can see they ran the stunt. Boy, this is a nice run, good run, but knowing that you're going to get some on Kansas and they're going to get some on you just because of what they're doing in the interior. Come in with the power stuff, and I pitch it to him on the sweep. Good, strong run here. I think we pick up a 1st down. We got it down there. I run a counter play to him. That's the way to run hard. Both teams competed pretty cleanly, pretty hard with each other. Okay, that's the way. Okay, see, they blasted. Kansas got a couple 300-pounders in there. They're going to be pretty good players. They're some young guys, but I think they've got a chance. Okay, Earl, come on here. A good job. I thought he just stepped around the other side of it. The guy marked it just inches short. Okay,
4th down play here.
4th down play. You bet. We go for it. Good that boy, Gerald. I think they call a face mask, if I'm not mistaken.
A
5-yarder.
Face mask against Kansas.
Yes, against Kansas. Okay, we move it down there. Okay, good job, Vernon Brown.
This play started at the 17.
There's the face mask. Yeah, so this is a pretty good drive here that we've got going. We've moved the ball again. run it. All right, there's Cecil Wilson. We only break him once or get him any kind of running room, but all right, here's Earl coming out, sprint pass. Golly, we had almost we'd gotten what we wanted to coverage-wise, and he got in behind the guy. You can see they're blitzing. Now Earl is forced to throw the ball early, but they were giving us some pressure too. Now Blanchard comes in and kicks. This is the field goal, I think, Robbie, correct me if I'm wrong, that made him the all-time leading kick scorer in the history of the Big 8 Conference. Went ahead of Tim Lasher, former OU kicker. Now we tie the score at 16, but Blanchard in, which is quite an honor for any player. Again, you scored more points kicking than anyone ever in the history.
A lot of kickers come through this league.
Yes, sir. A lot of awfully good kickers have been through this league. All right, here comes Kansas. They're trying to go downtown on us. All right, Joe King had the guy covered. All right, there you go. And now here they come back. Comes back and looks one way and throws back another one and caught it right in between two guys. Yep, he's going to mark it, so he makes a first down by about a yard. So good job of Hillary. Okay, they run the fullback and he hits a crack. They were cutting in behind our nose guard and at some points where the tackle couldn't quite get there. He did it right there. Okay, and Joe King tackle, and so they're moving it. All right, so just hammering the fullback. You can see 3 straight plays. All right, good. Somebody, Scott Harmon, you can see 36 in the ballgame. He's throwing himself around. We had a blitz on. They ran away from it. Again, we had Scott Harmon at free safety. If he could have gotten across, taking a little bit better angle, he would have showed up. But now Kansas has gone back and kicks the extra point. So they've taken the lead again. So now it's 23-16. And boy, I mean, this is I know it's going to be a wild one, and it already is. They squib the ball. Okay, Mike Clark picks it up.
Returns at 21 yards here, and then Kansas is whistled for another face mask, so you start from your own 37.
Well, yeah, we got a little bit of break there with field position. Okay, Gerald, good. Vernon Brown. Vernon ran hard. Now at the end of the third quarter, Kansas leads Oklahoma State 23-16.
Lots more to come. We'll have fourth quarter highlights right after this. Oklahoma State is trailing by 7 heading into the final quarter, but the Cowboys will soon take care of that deficit. We start 2nd and 7 from the Cowboy 40.
Well, okay, try to reverse here and bobble it a little bit. If Curtis could have gotten back outside of Mike Butler right there, he might have made a long run. Still don't think he's completely healthy with that leg. Okay, good job, Gerald Hudson. All right, there you go. We ricochet across midfield. And we're running the ball with enough consistency and just hammering away. Good job, Vernon Brown. This way, got a little face mask here. I don't know whether that one got called or not.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, it did. Okay.
Add 5 more to this
12-yard
run.
He bounces this one outside. Now he gets turned up the field and good strong run here. There's the face mask. There it is right there. He's got a first down. Add 5 more yards to it. Okay, here's the same play again.
So now it's first down at the Kansas 32.
We've got good field position. Run a counter play. Okay, there you go, Gerald. That's what run over this guy. And he splattered that one guy. That's, again, really, really good stuff here by Gerald.
17-yard run.
All right, so turn around, pitch it to him again. Nice little move here. There he goes in on into the end zone. Let's see if Kansas, we're going to see a repeat of it, see if we can see any kind of stunt go on in here in the inside with KU. Yeah, see, there they go right there. They're crossing and actually turned the guy loose, and he just wasn't good enough to tackle Gerald Hudson. And again, that's a good strong run right here. They hit him at the 5, and he actually goes on in the end zone. So now we're going to come in, kick the extra point. Ball game's tied at 23. So this is, really a crazy one. You got the impression it's going to go right down into the final seconds when it certainly did. Hit it in the end zone. The guy mishandled it. They down it. Kansas is going to start the ball over on the 20-yard line. Okay, here they're trying to run the fullback, and he's making some yards. This stuff here is kind of frustrating. You just can see breaking it in behind a nose guard and right in front of a tackle. And Kansas is doing a pretty good job of blocking it. Okay, we blitz. All right, they pick it up a little bit, and somebody misses him there, but makes 3 or 4 yards. Nothing real big. Comes back on play action. Okay, I thought this ball right here was going to be intercepted. Mike, I don't think
did too.
Yeah, couldn't time his jump. Okay, Hillary comes back and he gets hung up in their center, and all right, they come in and we force them to punt, and they're backed up and kicking it. Now we're going to have a chance again. Right.
Not great field position. This is a 47-yard punt. The Cowboys will start from their own 18-yard line.
Well, here Wheeler's still in. And you can see it's nothing real complicated. We're just going to Again, try to pound it to the tailback and pound it to the tailback and alternate them and throw it a little bit and let's see what'll happen. Okay,
here's got a guy that can get you out of a hole, though.
You bet. I was certainly on the side away from me. He started moving. Okay, there they are stunting again. Thought that I thought he might break it. Okay, that's a way to run through an arm tackle. Cecil hit 14 right there. Good job, Gerald Hudson. Stay in bounds. There you go.
It's a 28-yard run by Gerald Hudson. First down now at the Kansas 48.
Okay, it's the only time that we really any resemblance of stats anything with fullback. Again, good determined run by Cecil Wilson. Spins out of there, and it's second down and fairly short yardage. Okay, there's the the tailback again, Vernon Brown. Good run here. First down, Oklahoma State.
Right.
Yep. Vernon, for the playing time he got, played well. Okay, there's Brad McComb over there talking with Mike. Okay, here's Gerald again. That's a way to run hard. Again, nothing real complicated. Just turn around, pitch it to him. You see her run a couple of different sets. Okay, there's the fullback, got hit in the head, nothing. So
3rd and 2 now.
3rd down and 2. Let's see what happens here. Sweep in the short side of the field. Okay, I think we got a pretty good spot here.
Got the first down.
Got the first down. A little bit of motion going now. Okay, running back away from it. Okay, not anything here. They happen to hit us there. So, but Hudson, I think, is really cooking. I think he's really running hard. Here's Vernon Brown in the ball game. That's the way to run, Vern. Okay, stayed in bounds. So we got us a pretty nice little drive going here. Draw play. This boy, it's a great run. It's 3rd down play. We had taken a loss. This is a great run. I was really proud of him for other things, but you can see the kind of effort. I don't know if we really blocked anybody on this. Here we go. Get the ball off to Hudson. Makes a guy miss him there. Makes a guy miss him. There's another guy. Juked one of them. Gets this guy on his back and just basically drags him into the end zone. So good play, Gerald Hudson. There you go. Now I think we're going to come in and kick the extra point. And we ain't going to have us a lead. There's about 5 minutes left in the ball game. I'm not saying I think that we've got it won by any stretch of the imagination, but I think everybody's pretty excited. Coverage units, I think, again, they covered. Let's see how they get down the field. Kansas catch the ball at about the 3. There's a way to take on that wedge. That's a little Fugit that missed him right there, but he did go after him, 31. He's a neat youngster. Okay, now Kansas just kind of starts methodically marching the ball down the field. There's the fullback at 3 or 4 yards, not a lot. Okay, running a little bootleg. Now watch this right. Oh my gosh, we've got him covered. These guys just kind of stand there and let him catch the ball and try to drag him down. That's a big play in the game. Fullback here, 2 or 3 yards, not a great deal. Clock is running. It's getting down. It's under 4 now. Okay, they make a pretty nice cut here. All right, let's go. Come on, man. Somebody come make a play. Fullback, not much. Good play, Garmin. Good play.
4th down play.
Okay, watch down to bottom. Miss him. Okay, see, that's a dead play. I mean, we got exactly called what you need to have called. Stunted him right into him. It should have been a 3-yard loss by all rights, and they end up making the first down. Again, at a real crucial time. That's for these. Make that tackle right there, game's over with. Miss another tackle, Calhoun knocks him out of bounds. I mean, any place along here, if you can make a play at the right time, the game's probably over with. Right there, if we can catch that ball, and Ainsley would have been a heck of a play, but you got to make good plays. Okay, he comes back, 3rd down, all right, lofts it over him. This 4th down play coming up right now.
Well, I think this is, I think we got a 3rd down play here where Hillary.
Oh, that's right, he runs and scrambles a little bit and gets down in there. Okay, they're going to have the ball.
Now it's 4th and goal from the 3.
4th and goal from the 3. They're going to go for it.
Lots of timeouts and stuff.
Okay, we faked a blitz and came back, and they ran a little post and hit it. Free safety could have gotten over there and didn't. Okay, all right, this is the 2-point try. Okay, he ran a little flood route, and they hit it. The scenario, again, surrounding the 2-point stuff, Robbie, same thing we did that year in the Sun Bowl, same thing we did when Missouri was trying to go for 2 late in the ball game to win it. You can see the formation, then take the timeout. Now, when this happened here, I got a boy, Scott Harmon. They kick off, and we fumble it a little bit. Scotty Harmon picks it up and runs it back to midfield, and boy, the crowd was into it. Really got to congratulate the crowd. I think these people really did a good job. Now, you can't see this, and I don't think it would have been real hard. Once Earl started scrambling, Robert Kirksey got in behind them all. And again, is this same play?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay, I don't know whether you can see this or not. Earl's going to scramble. Boy, if he could have somehow seen Robert Kirksey down the field. Robert was in behind them all and waving down there. I can't fault Earl really for this because he runs and makes some nice yardage and gets out of bounds almost to us. 1:02 left in the game. Okay, come back. All right. Now, actually, if we could have gotten this blocked, somebody turned somebody loose and they got in Earl's face, had a chance to hit Robert. Okay, come back. All right, there we go. Now, this one's really scared me here. I thought Blanchard could have hit one from midfield. All right, is this a fourth down play?
This is third down play here.
Okay, third down play. Now, we've got fourth down and 23. Go back to throw. Watch this. Earl does a good job laying it up. Ronnie Fisher catches it.
Big play.
The big play. 30 seconds left in the game. We've still got some time. Want to be careful. If we can hit one, we're going to try to hit it. We don't want to do anything goofy. Told them if they're covered, just throw the ball away. Okay, there you go. Realistically, we're very much in Blanchard's range. We send him in.
51 yards.
51 yards, downwind. This is the same scenario we work on every Thursday. It's a 2-minute drill. Again, he hits it and comes. Again, some discrepancy whether it did hit the upright. It did, Robbie. I saw it when it did it yesterday, and some of the other shots of it showed it, but to no avail. I mean, if the ball's 3 inches further to the left, we all feel a little bit better about things right now than we do, but that was one of the ironic things about this ballgame, right? You got a guy just became the all-time leading kick scorer. Right. I mean, he can hit that. Normally he will. Well, the wind blew it a little bit, didn't hook quite as much. Our holder, Barry Vincent, comes out of it, and he's signaling good, and guys start jumping up down the sideline. Blew it right offline a little bit. You lose the ball game by 1 point.
Kerry thought it was good when it left his foot and said the snap was good, the hold was good, and everything was good, but the wind was bad, and it moved it a little bit, and that's just kind of the way it goes sometimes. And Oklahoma State falls to Kansas 31-30. We'll have more when the Pat Jones Show continues. Even with the way the course of the game went, you were still in position to win the ball game, Pat, and I guess that's probably what makes it. All losses are disappointing, but that one hurts even more when you had a chance to win it.
Well, it did, Robbie. Us, like most everybody else around the country, this is the ideal scenario that we work on Thursday. You got X number of yards to go. You're down by 1. You got 1 timeout left. Get it down there and maneuver it into position, and particularly downwind, you get a nice snap, a nice hold. He didn't just hit it completely flush, but he hit it plenty good enough, and it hits about halfway up the upright and jumps out. But nobody said it's supposed to be fair all the time. And if we can intercept the ball or we stop them on the fourth down, either one of those fourth down plays, you're going to win the ball game. So I can't say that we deserve to win at all. Had opportunities, yes. Deserved to. That's debatable.
It's always a game of inches, as they say. Gerald Hudson came into the Kansas game as the nation's 5th leading rusher, and he added to his totals by rushing for 178 yards and scoring 3 touchdowns. Gerald has now rushed for 1,287 yards this year, and he provided us with our play of the week. It came in the 4th quarter on this 21-yard touchdown.
Well, this looked like from over at the bench, kind of shades of you-know-who and you-know-who that are both probably going to play good today, but they had a stunt on. We didn't really necessarily get it blocked. See, there's a guy right there that has a hold of him. There's a guy right there that has a hold of him. He makes a guy miss him right here, gets this guy on his back, and he can't drag him down. Great play, Gerald Hudson. Again, very, very proud of what he got done competitively, statistically, and every which way. I think he's really gotten better here in the last couple of weeks.
All right, the season will continue for Gerald Hudson, and the Pat Jones Show will continue right after this. Fourteen seniors were introduced prior to the Kansas ball game. It was the last home game of their careers, and that's kind of sad in a way because these young athletes bring so much joy into our lives. But it's good also because so many of these young men leave Oklahoma State and have successful careers outside football. Greg McCalister and Chris Lowery played football at Oklahoma State. Whenever possible, they come back to the university to renew old acquaintances and relive some of their moments on the football field. It's a good time. It brings back fond memories, but it's only a brief excursion from reality. Chris Lowery played at Oklahoma State from 1985 through 1989. He graduated in May of last year with a degree in finance. The Paradise, Texas native wouldn't trade his Oklahoma State experience for anything, but Chris realized he couldn't go to school forever, and with the help of Coach Jones, now works for the James Morris Agency in Oklahoma City as a financial planner.
If you spend your time there and you go 5 years and get your degree, 4 years and get your degree, he's going to do all he can to get your job. I mean, he'll give you the best recommendations. He'll go out of his way. He'll make phone calls. So he played a really big part in me getting this job. And, it's kind of, you want to pay back the people that gave you the chances to do what you've done. And, they gave me a free scholarship, free education. And now I just kind of like to, hopefully, in some way, give back to the university what it's given me.
Greg McCalister played at Oklahoma State from 1984 through 1988. He graduated from OSU in May of 1989 with a degree in political science. Since his high school days at Midwest City, Greg knew he either wanted a career in the National Football League or a career as a police officer. The NFL didn't work out, but because of support from Oklahoma State, Greg is now a rookie on the Oklahoma City police force.
Well, I missed college a whole lot. I talked to a lot of my old buddies, and we talked about how we missed it. We didn't really have not too many responsibilities, but now, since I'm out, I'm glad I'm working and have a job. And the relationship was good because the coaches were always there behind you, telling you to go to class and telling you you're not going to be at OSU all your life, that it'll be over with in 4 to 5 years. And they were right. And Coach Jones, he was really a lot of help because when I was wanting to get on police force, he introduced me to a guy who helped me out, showed me the right way to go.
Robbie, a couple of interesting points here. Both these guys, neither one of them were real high-profile football players. Good players, good, very productive players on bowl teams, this sort of stuff. And we're not the only university around that will do this, or I'm not the only coach that will do this. But if a guy comes and hopefully gets his degree and does right and proves to us that, excuse me, he is a trustable guy and can do the things he needs to do, sure, we'll help him do everything we can. Now, and if these guys go out and, like Lowery said, and do good things, and maybe they can help the university, and that's really the fun part of it. Past their playing days, now being able to see one a policeman in law enforcement, the other one's in the insurance, and they're trying to make it, and they've got a chance to make it. If we can help them do that, then you feel good about it.
All right, they both look like they could still play, too. You stay with us. The Pat Jones Show will continue right after this. There are just 2 weeks left in the regular season for Big 8 Conference football. Some pretty interesting results from yesterday, Coach.
Well, this first one here, Kansas State 28, Iowa State 14. I guess kind of misery loves company here. That's a big win for, obviously, for Kansas State. OU had no problem with either the turf or Missouri up there. OU speed, I'm sure, too much for the Missouri defense. Now, Colorado, Nebraska, boy, this one surprised me. I mean, two very good football teams. The heck of a ball game. I caught the last quarter of it in Colorado. Colorado just blew away Nebraska in the fourth quarter. Probably right now, I think it'd be safe to say, Robbie, that Colorado might be the best and most hottest, or the hottest team in college football. Eric Bieniemy is the number one, the leading rusher in the country. Interesting confrontation there with he and Hudson, who probably will be, was fifth last week, might go up a little bit. They got a very good football team. It'd not be easy for us to go up there. Now, we normally have played well in Boulder in past years, and at times have played pretty well against Colorado. But I think Colorado right now has got the most talent of anybody in the league, and I think it really started to surface in the fourth quarter at Lincoln. So it will not be easy for us, but let's see what we can get done.
Okay, good luck to you. We're out of time. For Pat Jones at Oklahoma State University, I'm Robbie Robertson. Goodbye, everybody. The Pat Jones Show, an inside look at Oklahoma.